Is Matthew Krentzen. He's one of my favorite people to talk to about politics in Maryland. You're such a straight shooter and you always go right to it. To understand where we are in life, you always need to look at the history, and that's why his new book, Baltimore, A Political History, is great. I've actually been reading some of it this morning, and it is so detailed, Matthew. First off, what is the point of this book? The big picture here.
I think the big picture is that Baltimore, even when it was prosperous, was struggling. It had to struggle against the state government in the first place, because the state authorities in the beginning, back when Baltimore became a town, gave it hardly any authority to deal with its own affairs. So when they wanted to do anything, either had to go to Annapolis or they had to do something informal and unofficial on their own.
And there were so many struggles in the early foundation of trying to set up Baltimore, and then when you saw, what was it, right before the Great Depression, all of a sudden they thought, oh, we might make it to a million people, and maybe prosperity is on the way, and then more breaks.
Then a crash.
One of the things that stood out to me was learning about the free black population in Baltimore, one of the largest in the country at one point.
It was the largest. From 1810 to 1860, Baltimore held the largest concentration of free black people in the United States. In fact, by 1860, 2 years before the Emancipation Proclamation, 92% of all the African Americans in Baltimore were free.
Wow. And then the complications of Baltimore's political history with race. You really dig into this in the book. Is there one takeaway that you could share with us on that?
I think the overall pattern, at least for white Baltimore, was to try to avoid making a political issue of race, especially before the Civil War. Here was Baltimore right in the middle of the North and the South, right at the fracture line of this terrible conflict, and they felt they had to tamp it down in order to avoid becoming involved in it themselves and tearing themselves apart.
One of the things that you look at current Baltimore, right, where we do still have poverty that is widespread in many parts of the city, you've got abandoned homes. If you look at what happened in the city and how it was set up, are you surprised at where the city is right now, given some of the history that we've gone through in this town?
Not really. I think the decisive step that led us here was in 1850 and 1851, when a state constitutional convention decided to separate Baltimore City from Baltimore County. And so Baltimore now stands on its own. It has no access to county resources. The county has no responsibility for what goes on in Baltimore. And as a result, it's sort of locked into its poverty. Not only that, but many of the people, the white people who lived in Baltimore, moved out to the suburbs, where in effect they can now practice segregation without feeling bad about it, because they don't know have no consciousness of it. One
fun fact I thought was interesting in the book that I didn't know was about when Baltimore, they first kind of drew that little map for Baltimore, there was like 25 houses there. There was another little town on the other side of the Jones Falls.
The Jonestown.
Jonestown, and they eventually merged and became
Baltimore Town.
Baltimore Town.
And now Jonestown is what we call Old Town today.
Right. Yeah. All right. Matthew, it's a great book. It is called Baltimore, A Political History. I know you've got some book signings coming up. Thanks so much for coming in the studio to talk to us. And I know we'll be talking about politics again soon, too. Don't go away. The Maryland Zoo is joining.